Okay, first things first. I have a message for fellow YouTuber The J Wits. For those of you who don't know, he is another Pokemon fan, such as myself. We also both wear glasses, so I feel a sense of kinship. But I am currently following his Pokemon Y playthrough, and the part I am at is when he gets the Kanto starter from Professor Sycamore in Lumio City. And he's reading what Professor Sycamore says, and he made an atrocity to the French language. In the game, the professor says you a certain French phrase. You pronounce this wrong, my friend. It is pronounced je ne sais quoi. You must pronounce it right. French is the language of love. It is also the language of baguettes and being rude to Americans. It is pronounced je ne sais quoi. Once more, je ne sais quoi. Get it right, you fool. And now, cue title scene. Welcome to a box office numbers, where I, Kevin Mr. Frenchy Jones, reads the top 6 movies in America and give the reasons for why they are money makers. Oh, mes amis. Now then, coming in 6th place, Kelly, with 5.9 million. Sacre bleu. Number 5, Claudia with a chance of if you bring your child to this movie, you are a bad parent, with 6.1 million. Coming in at number 4, The Counselor, with an even 8 million. Coming in at number 3, Captain Phillips, with 11.8 million. Number 2, Gravity, with 20.3 million. And coming in at number 1, Jackass presents Bad Grandpa, with 32 million. Typical Americans. You cast aside an original, amazing sci-fi flick for a silly comedy about a bad grandpa. Please, we are French. All our grandparents are either bad or smell like coffee. Do not ask why. Anywho, Kelly, a failure bit by far. From what I know of this silly, bizarre story, a girl has telekinesis, and she proceeds to cause trouble. Right, because as we all know, that really brings in audiences. No reason for why anything is happening, just happens. Please, like anyone expected this film to do good. After all, look at the poster. It is just a girl covered in blood. You learn nothing else. And trust me, I am French. We know faces covered in blood. Number 5, Clary with a chance of meatballs too. Ha! You think you know meatballs? We of the French still do not know as much about meatballs as the Italians. But this film is stupid and disgusting. It has only made a lot of money because you have to bring the children to, how would you say, distract them for 2 hours while you probably proceed to text. Or, if you are like many moviegoers in France, smoke weed. Because unlike in the Netherlands, we do not get to smoke weed in cafes. We've got to do it while no one is looking. Shameful. Then, The Counselor. How could a film fail with so many big stars? Besides being really crappy. That is correct. I, a Frenchman, always want to see a fellow European, like Javier Bardem, do good. And let us say, that Cameron Diaz and Penelope Cruz ladies, they definitely helped my Eiffel Tower get built. But this film is terrible. It looks despicable. And it is definitely uninteresting. And apparently, most people agree. Can you blame them? I can't, because I am French. We blame people for everything. Then, Captain Phillips. Yes, your Tom Hanks. I have heard of him in my home of France. He is known for being an acclaimed, amazing, double Academy Award-winning actor who puts his all into his performances and thanks to two highly expected movies, one still yet to come, has a lot of buzz around him. It is a safe bet this film continues the momentum that only one of the world's greatest movie stars can bring. Well, one of the greatest movie stars that is not French. Actually, I don't know what he is. I'm not going to hold that one against him. He might be French. I've never met him. Number 2, Gravity. There's no way around it. Gravity is the best movie of the year. What would be better? Giant robots versus giant monsters? Puh! Even though it made a ridiculous ton of money in my home country. Gravity is by far an amazing sci-fi thriller. 2 weeks at number 1. And to only be brought down this week by an overhyped comedy could not mean anything except amazement. This film is beautiful, original, insane, amazing. How could anything beat it? And seriously, it's called Bad Grandpa. How could this be so good? It is the Jackass. I have heard of this show because it is very popular. It's right on this MTV, which is a huge network, and it got a lot of buzz. Many people probably went to this film not knowing what to expect. When they came out laughing, it most likely convinced them to tell their friends. And because the film is not over long, it was easy to get your friends over their France. I said France, didn't I? Pleh! French people do not make mistakes. We only make less good perfection. That is it! What? Am I supposed to say subscribe? Am I supposed to tell you to comment below and say if you prefer Bad Grandpa to Gravity? Should I ask you to say which of these movies on this list you think deserve to be better, deserve to be worse? Should I ask you that? But no. No, avoid the comment section. Avoid giving any of those answers. And avoid that subscribe button below. Only subscribe to the French, because the French are perfection.